I think this guy's a sociopath right here. He's smiling too much. I don't like it. This is a one secret sociopath versus 5 empaths. So we have to figure out who the sociopath is together. This will be the.
I am an empath.
I'm an empath.
This will be
I'm
the
an
last
empath.
video for me.
I
that I'm
am an
gonna post.
empath.
I am an empath.
I still don't really. I never truly understood what a sociopath really was. It's someone that like doesn't have like a. Is it like a moral compass? Sociopath is a mental health condition in which a person consistently shows no regard for right and wrong and ignores the rights and feelings of others. Okay, so just someone that has no moral compass or like no regard for anybody, for anyone else's feelings. It's interesting. So that's why they say a lot of serial killers are sociopaths and psychopaths in that realm. So an empath is the complete opposite, where an empath is someone that completely identifies and can connect with other people through their feelings and everything. They put that on.
So let's go around and say what makes us an empath.
Straight off the bat, based off looks alone. Put this on HD. Based off looks alone, I'm gonna say I feel like this guy's just a little nervous here. He's looking down, just a little nervous. Right, hands. This person's a little bit more on the calm side, right? So that maybe emotions don't really worry. She's right off the bat speaking, so a lot of confidence there. And again, vision looking down, self-soothing. This is what people say about like body language and stuff like that. It's just the generalization of what they're going through. I think.
I am an emotional empath, so I can sense people's emotions very quickly from afar.
I feel emotions in my body. I'm like a sponge, so I'll like soak up the people's emotions around me and then throw it back at them.
It's a thermometer. You know how to feel the room. The temperature is very in your face, and you know how to adjust to it.
Being an empath for me helps me with my work as a mental health advocate.
I think it's a big difference between relating to people's emotions versus feeling. Like anyone can feel what other people are feeling, but it's different to relate and actually feel those emotions for yourself.
I would say that I'm also the type of person to really place myself in another person's shoes, and also I'm a sponge as well. I feel like if I see someone crying, I fight the urge to cry myself.
Well, I'm also on the spectrum, so as an autistic empath, I can sense things very easily, and not only that, it's a blessing and a bit of a curse because it could also lead me to getting possibly taken advantage of.
Me too.
That's an interesting. You usually don't hear a lot about people with autism or that are on the spectrum that have a lot of empathy, or it's not showcased a lot in media. It's a lot more. It's more known that people with autism are often a little bit more distant from others. A lot of times they like their own space. Sometimes they don't like to be touched and things. And that's what a lot of the stereotypes are. So it's interesting to hear this person's take on them being autistic and as well as being an empath. That kind of goes against the grain of what's the norm or what people think is normal when it comes to someone being autistic. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, I have the TISM also. Yay. TISM buddies.
I have autism also.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
When I heard someone else was on the spectrum,
I wonder if they're lying.
I felt less alone. As an autistic person, we feel a lot.
And I think too, like we can always tell like how someone walks, like we can feel the weight of their like shoulders literally touching the ground. And so I think watching how someone walks and things like that, like you can definitely feel where they're at. Have you ever done that before?
Like this, or do they walk like this, or like this? I don't know. I've never paid attention to it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can definitely tell by the way some people walk whether they're going through depression or they're anxious. A lot of with the shoulders, like you said, with the shoulders, sometimes you can definitely see. When I was going through some bad bits of depression, I remember my shoulders being hunched over a little bit more. Your vision is looked more towards the ground, versus someone that's confident, and their shoulders are back. They're a little bit more straight back. Their head's up, maybe not super up. or even if it is super up, it's a little bit more cocky and a little bit more, I would say arrogant, but a little overconfident sometimes. So that is a trait of an empath, I would imagine, is someone being able to look at someone that's walking and being able to kind of sense what kind of energy that they are.
God, yeah. Can we like try and walk back and, well, this is kind of a small space. Usually we'll ask people like, I won't ask them, I'll watch them walk, essentially, then I'll get a little bit more.
Okay, so fashion show.
All right.
Oh, she's gonna do a catwalk. We're gonna like really do this.
No, just kidding.
Okay, okay. That's chill.
I thought it was an interesting strategy. I had never thought about going that method or that way. And I was also like nervous to walk a certain way that I don't know how an empath would walk or not walk.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay.
I'm like really relaxed.
Yeah, I don't really see the pros of having people walk here. Like, yes, you can see if someone's like sad or they're confident, but again, they could easily just put on a show. I don't really see how someone walking, you would be able to tell if someone's an empath though, because you can be depressed and be empathetic, or be an empath, I feel, or you can be confident and be an empath. It doesn't matter. I think it kind of, I don't feel like that does anything.
Okay.
Oh, we're.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Okay.
We're good.
You're definitely with us 'cause you walked out.
Oh my god, dude.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Dude, she's about to break these goddamn lights. What the fuck is wrong?
Okay. We're
We're gonna
good.
watch that again.
You're definitely with us.
We're gonna watch this in slow motion.
Are you okay?
We're good.
You're definitely with us 'cause you
Are you okay?
Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta watch this one more time.
Okay. I'm good. We're good.
Da, 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 da. No, there's no way. Did you see that? She purposely fell. There's no way. Look at this. Oh, I'm sorry. She literally leans down. She kneels down to fall down. That's on purpose. That's 100% on purpose. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this guy. This guy is just like, yeah. This dude really doesn't. He's just smiling. Not very empathetic at all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
This right here, she immediately went to go check. That speaks huge volumes. Huge volumes.
Okay.
Now, my note about the girl who fell and how she just fell, she didn't trip. She literally leaned forward and just like bent her knees to fall down. She could have done that to try to make it seem like she's clumsy or blah blah blah. Like sometimes people feel like sociopaths are like they're not really like all there in that sense, and I feel like she may have tried to do that as like a ploy to get people away from thinking about her, in a sense, if that makes any sense. This guy's tripping me out though. Yeah.
That's not embarrassing at all. Oh god. Okay, we're good. Anyway, next.
It's okay. You fell gracefully.
Yeah, this homie's just like smiling. He's big cheesing.
We're gonna cut that, right? That's not gonna be on the. Yeah. Surprise! The fall was fake. So I wanted to fall to see if people would react.
I called it.
So either people would feel empathetic towards me and go, "Oh no, are you okay?" and like try to help me out.
That was the worst fall I've ever seen in my life.
Or giggle because they'd feel like the secondhand embarrassment. So I was trying to see like who didn't react at all, because that person was probably the odd one out.
So that was the middle guy.
Like it could have been fake, and I thought, oh, Maybe she's the one. I'm not sure.
I'm so glad I slowed
I
that
don't
down
know
to
how
really
to
see
walk.
how big it
Oh
was.
my
Just don't
gosh.
walk like me and we're good.
That was
supposed to
terrible. That was the
pretend to be
worst
I mean, you
fake
just be
or
yourself.
worst fake
Okay,
fall.
yourself.
You got this.
Like you're walking through the house, you're going to the kitchen, you're gonna make some food.
That's how I do.
What if this girl fell down too? Like in the exact same spot, in the exact same way. Would that be sociopathic behavior? I think that would just be really funny. That would have been so funny. She missed opportunity to just fall down.
I feel that.
I feel like I'm getting judged.
No,
you're not.
You got this. All right, very exciting.
You have a really good walk.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you.
What I noticed from the walk is a lot of awkwardness. Like Christine had an awkward walk, Cassie had an awkward walk, Allison just fumbled. So I just noticed that there was a lot going on there.
What constitutes an awkward walk though? Is it just because they don't move their arms? Is it their shoulder movements? Like what is it about their walks that is awkward?
I think Austin was probably the biggest giveaway that he probably was an empath.
What do you guys do for work?
I'm a Lego artist, so I build with Lego. I get to play with Lego all day.
I am actually an artist. I actually make a lot of art designs. As of late, I've been working on some figure drawing and oil painting because I'm currently in college. And outside of that, I also do photography.
Oh, that is so
Yes.
awesome. I work as a social media manager for an oil painter in La Jolla. So it's
so
funny the
cool.
art. Yeah.
Yes.
Mine's very complicated. I work with the public, but like I'm in the public and I do a lot of like journey walks and experiences with people. I'm like an Airbnb host as well as like other things.
So you got the
Photography,
walking on point.
yeah.
Walk in.
Yeah, and then photography would be my little like paint.
I'm a student. I'm in high school still, but senior year, almost done, thank goodness. And then I work at my church just on like the weekends.
I think you can learn a lot from what someone does for work. A lot of
Little bit,
creative
yeah.
types seem to be empathetic, so that kind of like threw me off that we were all kind of creative types of people.
Y'all know.
I think, well, everyone, she said everyone was creative. I think this guy was probably, he's just Airbnb. I don't know. I feel like this smile might be forced. Like he's trying to seem like he's continuously happy or connecting with the other people and the eye contact and things like that. It almost seems a little bit too forced.
People.
Y'all know the movie Inside Out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie kind of shows some people's indication of like what's their leading emotions. Because if you notice with Riley, her leading emotions were joy and sadness, and then with the eventual movie will be anxiety, which I can relate so much.
So based off of this, I'm a little suspicious of this guy, but I think it could just be his personality. This girl really hasn't been in the conversation as much, and you just tell by her body language right here, she's a little bit more reserved, and probably just a little bit nervous, and that it makes sense. Nothing wrong with that. I feel like she might be putting on a little bit of a show as well, like with the whole falling thing and whatnot. I think these two are empaths. I think these two are safe. I think she might also be safe. So right now, I think these two are my main culprits for the sociopaths.
Yes.
I voted for Veronica at the very beginning just because she was a little bit more quiet.
Her wardrobe is a little bit darker. Her energy was a little lower. She was kind of quiet. She seemed a little bit nervous.
So because someone is nervous, that means their energy is lower? I don't agree with that.
She was a little quiet, and everything she responded was not adding up to an extent.
I'm more of a listener. I'm very observant. That's mostly how I'm able to figure out stuff about people. So I think that I probably wasn't talking as much as I should have, and they thought that that was suspicious.
I feel like if someone doesn't talk as much, that would actually probably say more about that person being an empath than a sociopath. Can a sociopath be quiet? Of course, but I feel like someone that is quiet may often just be an observer and be taking in people and their facial expressions, what they're doing, what they're saying. So they're actively trying to listen. And a sociopath is going to ignore, right, the feelings of others and probably not even consider what they're doing, versus someone that's quiet and is like listening to someone. And I think the argument could be made that if a sociopath just doesn't care about someone, they're just not going to say anything. But you could tell she was just nervous as well. I couldn't remember if she said she was autistic as well, but I don't think she was the sociopath.
You okay?
Yeah, I was just watching this cat video.
Who would you say is the most like empathetic person in your life, and how would you say they've influenced you?
Probably my most empathetic person in my life
a good
would be
question.
my mother, because she's really the only person I mostly have. She's the one that really understood me, especially when winter stage, I'm just not feeling it.
I would say it's probably my bestie Mookie, because like I call him whenever something
Mookie?
good happens or whenever something bad happens, and he kind of like matches my energy. So if like something really good is happening, and then he'll be like, oh my God, I'm so excited, and then I'll be like, oh my God, I'm excited that you're excited, and then we just kind of build. Like whereas like if something really good happens and I tell my mom, she's like, okay, and I'm like, huh.
Oh, this is really hard. I actually think there's a lack of because of it. Maybe my brother is a little bit, but like what's interesting is because I'm an Airbnb host, like, and I share the space with my guests, I typically get a lot of empaths staying with me because it's not typical that someone would want to live with someone else.
Right.
And so it's really like my
That's
guests,
interesting.
and it's the people that stay with me.
My former
Interesting.
pastor was
Okay.
the most empathetic person around me.
I could see that.
He's
I could see-
currently deceased, and I opened up to him about a lot of things, and he didn't judge me, and I'm very grateful that I had him in my life.
That's beautiful.
Really
I
is.
would
You
say
could tell
that
her voice was
the most
cracking a little bit
empathetic
there.
person in my life is definitely my
the end.
sister. She has grown up with special needs, and I feel like she's just such a people person as well. And she's taught me so much about love, about patience, about I feel like I'm about to cry, about just so much. So she's definitely the biggest empath in my life for sure.
She was talking about something emotional, and I was like kind of looking at her eyeballs to see if they were gonna like water up, and I didn't see a lot of watering up, even though she's like,
You don't have to have like full-on tears to be emotional, though. There's nothing you can. There's people that can stop themselves from like crying and tearing up. I don't know. I don't know.
oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I was like, are you?
What was the most
get
like
some-
traumatic thing that happened that you noticed
Just get
that
some Legos
it
and
brought it
have
out of you
everybody
even
step on them.
further?
Oh my gosh. I would say for me, had a really bad car accident, like at the end of high school. And my best friend was in like the passenger side with me. And obviously we ended up leaving unhurt. And I'm so grateful that that was the case. But I think that made me more empathetic because I did not want anything to happen to her. And also, it's also made me appreciate life. You just never know when your last moment.
Being homeless has brought out empathy. Well, I'm not currently homeless, but I was homeless.
Interesting.
And that has brought out a lot of empathy in me, and that's why I work with homeless people, because I want them to know that the world has not given up on
Yeah.
them.
Good for
Being
her.
homeless
Good for her.
shaped me a lot. It actually made me a better person.
Wow.
When I was on the streets, I wanted to help other people that were worse off than me. And that's when I started being an empathetic person.
Yeah, and I was gonna say for me, probably was like because usually I go to my mom, but like when she lost her mother or my grandmother, and what was crazy enough, it was in 2019, and that was actually the year I was graduating from high school. Everything turned differently, and especially as, of course, as someone on the spectrum, I probably got more empathetic once I started realizing I kept being taken for granted to the point it was so mind-numbing, and I couldn't help myself out, but I was able to help other kids who has more higher levels of whether it's autism or even Down syndrome, to help them out know it's okay.
I think they might vote out the curly hair dude.
I think she was just putting on a persona. So I thought she had like some sociopath tendencies, and I just was like, oh, why is she trying to like curate an image around herself?
I actually do agree with that a little bit. I actually do agree. What's up, Icy? How you doing, man?
So
we're trying to find the sociopath in a group of empaths. We're trying to find the fake empath right now. Do you know any cool sociopaths, Icy?
Although I really liked her story, it just felt like it was somewhat
tired?
typical
Nice.
non-empath behavior. I voted for her mostly because I just wasn't really feeling it.
Hope Gabe
within
gets
that
some good
round.
sleep.
Oh,
I don't. That's. I think.
I feel like
I think that's the word. I think they picked the wrong person. Why would they?
Really feeling it within that round.
Watch her reaction. Watch this girl's reaction right here.
oh, good luck.
Look at that. This looks like guilt. This looks like guilt right here. This is guilt wrapped in a bow, in a rainbow bow.
I feel like because I asked the questions initially, that was probably like.
What Icy says. I feel like sociopaths can pretend very well. And this is where I think we're thinking it's this girl right here. Either these two. I believed it was these two. I believe it was these two. They voted off this girl because she was too quiet, and they voted off this girl because they don't like Asians or something like that.
Like why I got voted out. And also when I started explaining stuff about my sister and the traumatic incident, I felt like I was choking up and I felt like I was getting nervous. And so I think that made me think like, okay, I'm probably gonna get voted out.
If everyone feels confident that you already caught the mole, you can end the game now. But if the majority has doubts, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
She hesitated a little bit there, like kind of to see what is everybody else going to do. You know what I mean? Because she's like, I'm not gonna. If no one else raises their hand, I'm not gonna raise my hand. But I don't want to seem suspicious, like I'm trying to end the game. So I'll keep going. You know.
Okay, what's your favorite Disney movie?
I would say two, one from Disney, one from Pixar. My Disney would be Big Hero 6 because I can relate with Hero, and
On a scale from 1
for
to
Pixar,
10.
I had to give them credit because they got me real good. Turning Red.
What?
I felt May's pain.
Turning Red
deeply,
sucked.
real
dude. That
deeply.
shit sucked.
What about you guys?
Oh, it's the Little Mermaid. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you were before me. It's just as soon as I thought, I was like, I love Pocahontas because I cried during Pocahontas. But The Little Mermaid is also good too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same storyline.
It's very.
I really hope that this girl is not faking this. I really hope, because she seems very, very sweet and genuine. If she is faking, then bravo. She should definitely stick to some acting.
Much so.
Mine's Hercules.
Hercules.
The
Interesting.
music's so good. So I wanted to know about people's favorite Disney movies specifically, because there are certain Disney movies that just are too emotionally like get. If Lion King's your favorite movie, there is something wrong with you, because when Simba's dad dies and he's like, Papa, wake up, you're like, my heart can't take it.
Okay, I'm really thinking this through. Like,
So you can't like The Lion King because of Mufasa's death scene. Okay. That makes you a sociopath, you know. Not a sociopath, but that's the, yeah, right.
broke your
That's,
heart?
Yeah. Same.
Oh, God.
and explain like what you felt.
Okay, so I am 31 years old, and this is like cringy that I'm saying this on Jubilee, but I'm 31 years old and I've never had a boyfriend. So
Nothing wrong with
there's
that.
this saying, and it goes, it is better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. And I agree with that, because I would have loved to have a boyfriend, or
still
now
can.
that I'm in my 30s, a husband.
You still can. You
So,
still can. Plenty of
yeah,
time.
I never got my heart broken in a romantic way.
You still can. It's okay.
I don't know if that's
You still can. You can still get your heart broken, girl. You go get your heart broken.
unfortunate or not. But yeah.
There's a few family members who, okay, not emotions. There's a few family members who I am no longer connected with. Who, yeah. If I talk more, I'm gonna cry. But it's
No,
starting.
this is
But
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then cry.
Definitely would be love and lost. And so like for me, it was like going through that experience. This person was also like empathetic. So for her and I, it was like very much like we could feel a lot of what was going on in the world. And I feel like I lost my partner. I asked this also because like There's things that happen afterwards.
She totally
when you lose someone,
dodged
or
the
like there's a
question.
breakup,
She didn't even answer the question.
or there's some type of trauma.
Aaron, Austin,
We
you got
have a
two-way
tie.
Oh boy.
The tie is between Austin and Aaron. So you guys will get 20 seconds each to state your case. Ready, set, go.
I'm an empath because one, I understand emotions completely through everybody. I, in fact, also understand empath through also tarot cards, and I also love studying energies through zodiacs and other ways to channel people's energies and be openly understanding for them. So
I feel like, because he said he was autistic, I feel like that's a very, like, on the spectrum kind of a thing to do, is like, if they're, because when someone's really interested in something, like I said, one of the nice things about autism, I feel, is like they're hyper fixated on certain things. So if there's an autistic person that's hyper fixated on empathy and wanting to fully understand empathy and like feel that and deal with that and live through that, like that person's going to be like hella empathetic and like probably a decent person to be around, you know what I mean? So I think that's pretty cool. Like whatever helps you learn, and if it makes him happy, like
that's why I'm an empath.
My only saying is, in silence, you can still hear words. And so I just think that, I don't know, I think Austin said a lot. I was gonna say, Austin said a lot, that's all I'm gonna say.
Don't hate me.
I feel like, oh, it's all good, Icy. We got a few more minutes, man.
I think we were suspicious about Aaron because he seemed too empathetic.
Aaron seemed a little sketch because he didn't echo people's reactions. He just was like very calm, cool, and collected and stuff like that. So I thought maybe it would be him, but I feel so bad. We still love you.
I might have not spoken so much. I wasn't as bubbly as the others. It was just easy maybe to have me be voted out next.
No.
Today we embark on a journey to the tranquil oasis of the App Store. Close your eyes and envision yourself floating effortlessly through the vast cyberspace.
The game has ended.
Oh,
if
shit.
the
Okay, here we go.
lights turn green, that means you voted out the mole and you win. If the light turns red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose. Let's change the lights in 3, 2, 1.
It's her. It has
All
to.
right,
It has to
will
be
the
her.
person who is not
It
an
has to be
empath,
her.
please step forward and reveal yourself in 3,
It has to be her.
2, 1.
No. Damn.
I knew it couldn't have been you.
I was so irritated because I was the only person I found out from the first round that
I hope she didn't lie about being homeless and like helping out the homeless, because that would be a really shitty thing to lie about.
sniffed her out right away.
I thought we were golden. I mean, we got the 3 tisms, and I did not expect like anything from those 2 at all. Maybe if I was closer to her, maybe I would have felt some energy vibes, but yeah, I had no idea.
I am not an empath. I have autism and ASPD, which is antisocial personality disorder, which is technically psychopathy. Antisocial personality disorder has affected me in many different ways. I talk about it on my YouTube channel, which is Chocolate Autism. I do not completely lack empathy. I have cognitive empathy, but I do not have emotional empathy. Everything that I said is true. I work with people that are mentally ill, people that are homeless, people that have substance abuse issues that are on the streets. When people think about sociopaths, they automatically think murderers, you know, like bad people. But they don't
she's not wrong.
understand that there is a spectrum Low functioning sociopaths have low impulse control, and most of them have a low IQ, and they do go out and hurt people and act on their
Because even here you can tell, like she never truly does make eye contact, which is a big thing.
intrusive thoughts. People that are high-functioning sociopaths might have intrusive thoughts, but there's a misconception that people that have ASPD don't care about others. It's not that we don't care about people's feelings, we just don't understand them.
Hearing about the spectrum of how sociopaths can be, that was very helpful to me because I did have someone close to my life who was on the extreme spectrum, especially someone who wanted to be malicious towards others. So seeing someone who was bubbly and kind of like kind and a little bit reserved but nice, like that was just different.
Sociopathy has affected me in many different ways. It has affected my love life because I don't have one. And I don't know if I'm capable of love. I don't understand love. Obviously, I try to love my mother and my sister, but I do not know what love is. I do not know what happiness is. I try to pretend to be, you know, a functioning member of society because I don't want to be an outcast. But honestly, I spend most of my life pretending. Not as much as today, but,
but just
yeah,
enough,
I'm just
right?
pretending to be happy when sometimes I feel nothing, but I am not going to let sociopathy define me. I'm not going to be a crappy person just because I feel nothing, because I know that other people do have feelings and emotions, even though I honestly lack probably 80% of emotions.
How did you feel when you found out that you won?
It's like whatever.
Can I be honest?
Yes.
I felt nothing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see how far I would go in the game.
That's kind of unfortunate. I can't imagine living a life not understanding or going through love, and even though like people tell you what it is and you're like you know what it is, but you could just never feel it, like not even like romantic, but like platonic love for a friend or for family members, you know, like that's insane to think about, that like that there, you know, there's people that are out there that don't have that, you know. It's just it's unfortunate. This would have been insane if they were all sociopaths, bro. That girl with the rainbow was trying way too hard. But and the fact that you had to have an emotional reaction, or say you'll start crying in every response. Yeah, she was bugging me out. Yeah, she was smart. She was playing the game. What is with every episode people saying being quiet is an indicator of being the mole? Like shy people exist. I agree with this. I really don't understand why they voted out what's her the girl on the side. Where's the group photo? Yeah, I don't know why they voted out this girl right here on the side. They don't get hurt like an empath. Right, exactly. That's another thing that's crazy. It's like, imagine getting fired, or if they are in a relationship and it doesn't work out and someone breaks up with them and it's just like another day to them, you know, there's just no emotion there. It's pretty crazy. I still think it's crazy that they voted her. I think it's really crazy that they voted this girl out. This girl I can see with like the quietness and she's a little bit more reserved. I get it, but this girl, I felt like was probably maybe the most empathetic out of all of them. You know, in my opinion, maybe this guy. You know, um, I have never cringed more in my life than watching these people trying to prove they are empaths by jumping at every little thing someone does or say. People who dub themselves empaths are rather cringeworthy. More relatable is someone saying they are fairly empathetic or empathic. Okay. Most self-proclaimed empaths seem to actually be rather narcissistic and grandiose. Yeah, I think that can definitely be true. Yeah, this is what was wild. Saying Lion King can't be your favorite movie because it's up too emotional is crazy. That didn't make any sense. It just it's a movie. Like, Yeah, there we go. We gotta watch this again.
Oh no! Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
We're good.
You're definitely with us 'cause you walked out the
Okay.
curiosity. Oh, we're.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Okay.
We're good.
Like the funniest thing is just this guy right here, just completely. He's just he's just chilling. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. That is the funniest thing. I'll give it to her. Shit, that was really funny. I'm glad she did that for our entertainment.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
That's not embarrassing at all.
This guy. Oh my god. I kind of want to watch this whole thing at this speed now. I kind of want to watch it all in slow motion.
Oh god. Okay. We're good. Anyway. Next. It's okay. No.
Nah.
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, that was too good. That was so good though. That was so stupid. Okay, I do have to go to bed, guys. I appreciate you guys watching The Walking Dead and this silly little Jubilee video. I hope you guys get some good rest today. Have a good day tomorrow. And I think I might be on tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, then I'll be on maybe Wednesday. So yeah, appreciate you guys being here for the Clone Hero stream and being here for this one. So we're probably just gonna end it. Nothing crazy. So thank you guys. Have a good night.